Home Improvement had an 8-season run in the 1990s, where it remained popular mainly because of the antics of Tim the Toolman Taylor, but also because of the focus on family, with many episodes ending with a valuable life lesson. Tens of millions of viewers tuned in on a weekly basis to witness the struggles faced by Tim, his wife Jill, and their 3 sons, which mirrored the everyday challenges most middle-class households were dealing with. Zachary Ty Bryan played Brad, the oldest of the sons, who generally garnered less attention than his on-screen brother, the teen heartthrob Jonathan Taylor Thomas. By the time the show ended in 1999, Zachery Ty Bryan didn't have many prospects, and yet somehow he managed to make a fortune during the cryptocurrency craze. Unfortunately, though, his ideal Hollywood life came crashing down with devastating allegations of fraud and numerous run-ins with law enforcement that changed his life forever.
A ladder, exposed wires, and Dad.
No good can come from this.
The cast of Home Improvement enjoyed immense success during the entirety of the show's run. The young actors all gained a following among tweens, but the cherub-faced Jonathan Taylor Thomas benefited the most, with starring roles in movies that followed. Zachary Ty Bryan, on the other hand, was simply the cute older brother, and as Home Improvement came to an end, Zachary faced a common challenge for child stars: how to maintain a successful career in Hollywood without getting into trouble. From 1999 to 2009, Zachary did his best to keep his career on track, with roles in the films Annapolis and The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. But the majority of his work came through guest appearances on popular television shows like ER, Smallville, Veronica Mars, and Burn Notice. His professional record remained relatively unblemished, except for a DUI arrest at the age of 22 in 2004, where he was arrested for driving at a speed exceeding 100 miles per hour in Los Angeles while under the influence. The shift from the security of Home Improvement to the unpredictable life of a freelance actor, constantly attending auditions for bit parts, was a big change. He said, "It was truly a tough period for me. In today's world, if you lead a TV series, you have the opportunity to work in any movie you want. But in the past, it was the complete opposite. Being a TV star carried a stigma, and regardless of how well you performed in auditions, you were never taken seriously." In 2018, Zachary Ty Bryan seemed to be living a pretty good life, despite fading from the Hollywood spotlight. He was in a long-term marriage with his high school sweetheart, Carly, and they were raising 4 children in a luxurious home in Newport Beach, California. Not only did he have some financial independence from his television fame, but he also made some substantial investments in cryptocurrency. Acting on the advice from another former child star, Zachary invested a portion of his earnings from Home Improvement into Bitcoin shortly after its inception, ultimately resulting in him making millions upon millions. Inspired by his success in Bitcoin, an agri-tech company called Producers Market enlisted Zachary as an ambassador for the company, cultivating connections with the crypto community. He started with his friends and colleagues, encouraging them to invest in Producers Market. He also attracted investors by privately selling tokens and guaranteeing substantial returns in the future. Zachary would continually mention that he was investing in the company, and from the outside, it looked like Zachary Ty Bryan was living his best life. It helped convince many of his friends to become investors, with pretty much no questions asked. But by the end of 2020, his personal life had become very shaky. After a 13-year marriage, his wife Carly decided she wanted a divorce. Shortly after that, he was arrested for another DUI. Zachary then headed to Eugene, Oregon.
New at 5, police in Eugene arrested one of the stars of 90s sitcom Home Improvement. Officers say Zachary Ty Bryan is accused of assaulting and strangling his girlfriend,
where he was once again arrested and accused of felony strangulation following an altercation with a new girlfriend named Johnny Faye. Zachary said the arrest got blown out of proportion by the media and claimed that it wasn't as physical as the police report states. He then began using the dating app Bumble to find his next girlfriend. In 2021, a woman named Courtney Ledford swiped right on his profile. He invited her to dinner that same night in Portland. She was a college student and had just turned 21. During the date, she wasn't aware of his fame, and he didn't bring it up. Instead, he said he was in Portland for a business trip, working to get Nike involved in blockchain technology. Courtney found him quite intelligent, especially after he showed her some of his cryptocurrency accounts on his phone. She too decided to give him money and transferred $5,000 to him in return for tokens that she thought were worth 50,000 Producers Market tokens. Being a college student, she had little money, so she borrowed it from her siblings. Zachary also recruited another fellow actor named Travis Aaron Wade, known best from the TV series Supernatural, to help him get other people involved in the company's investment. Wade recalls that he talked a big game about Producers Market, saying that it was going to be a huge company and that he personally brought in Tom Brady as one of the investors. He also suggested that he was related to country music star Luke Bryan, which wasn't true. He basically would say anything to get people to fork over money to buy tokens in Producers Market. The truth was, Producers Market had never sold tokens. In addition, they ended their relationship with Zachery Ty Bryan back in 2020. But that didn't stop him from continuing the ruse, pocketing all of the money he collected from the people he deceived. Producers Market issued a cease and desist order as soon as they found out what was going on. As for Zachary Ty Bryan, he has been accused of running a fraudulent scheme and taking individual payments that range from $5,000 to $25,000 in exchange for fake contracts. His victims were left with nothing. Meanwhile, Zachary Ty Bryan still owns an equity stake in Producers Market, and he says if the company goes public, he intends to distribute his stock to those he stole from. Ultimately, the victims involved were swindled out of such low amounts of money, it wasn't worth paying the legal fees to take him to court. As for his personal life, Zachary and Johnny Faye reunited and now have 3 children together, bringing his total number of children to 7. But it hasn't been all rosy, because just last year he was arrested again in Eugene, Oregon, following another physical domestic dispute with Johnny. He was charged with assault, robbery, and harassment, and he received 36 months of supervised probation and 7 days in jail. Yet they still remain together, and they are also now engaged. The downward spiral of Zachery Ty Bryan doesn't end there, because just last year he was sued by another investor for allegedly taking a $60,000 investment in a movie project that was never made. Zachary never responded to the suit, and the judge ordered him to pay over $100,000. In addition to that, he was arrested for another DUI in February of 2024. He is now facing additional charges because he has 4 DUI convictions within 10 years. Tim Allen, who played Zachery Ty Bryan's father on Home Improvement, admitted that he doesn't know what's going on with the former child star after all of these problems. He said Zach was a great kid who grew into a complex man. He deviated from the guy I knew to somebody who is reacting to situations that I had nothing to do with and I can't control. I don't know what happens when people get corrupted. You just don't know. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and please consider subscribing and sharing Recollection Road Entertainment with someone you know. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist. As always, thank you so much for watching.